The following program is rated TV MA LSV. It contains strong language, sexual situations, and violence. It is intended only for mature audiences.
Mine is on the app.
Don't be a predator. If you see it, call it out. It is
fuck you. You really did it.
An emo band whose community keeps getting exposed for accusations of child grooming and sexual assault is going to draw a lot of attention. This is a story that's been told over and over again, but usually through the highly biased lens of the alternative TikTok scene. All of the people you're seeing on screen, Sami, Tatiana, and TenTill Death, have been accused of child grooming and sexual assault towards members of the alternative scene. The alternative community hardly gives thought towards both sides of the story, as the community has had issues with child grooming in the past. What if I told you that Sami, Tatiana, and TenTill Death did not do these crimes that TX2 fans had accused them of? With new evidence, people that started these accusations against them had admitted that they made it all up, but refused to apologize to the public about spreading this misinformation. In this documentary, we are going to examine a group of individuals in the TX2 community who actively tried to accuse alternative content creators of child grooming and sexual assault to ruin their livelihoods, including doxing the addresses of these individuals and much more. This is a controversy that Evan Thomas of TX2 refuses to address. This is TXControversy. Get on that fucking puntos, it's Rogelio fucking Capone, and we back to expose a motherfucking white ass, mayo monkey ass motherfucker. Hey yo, fuck all these fucking false rape motherfucking puntos, chico. I got your soul like Mota. Will you the queen, you know you know. Blue, yeah, brace yourselves for the main event. Y'all impatiently waiting, it's like an AIDS test, what's the result? Let's get it started, retarded bitches on TikTok spreading lies. How Capone spread the thighs of bitches he's never eyed. Dried up lies, let's switch it even if you're 25. I wouldn't stick my dick inside you for a milli or nine. This is Liv, Izzy, and Sami. Three alternative individuals that are a group of friends that have a reputation in the TX2 community. These individuals have been credited with exposing a child grooming incident in the TX2 Discord server, and have also been credited with exposing a content creator known for his TX2 cover songs, known as TenTill Death, for supposedly sexually assaulting and grooming another TX2 fan. This group of fans does not work alone in exposing child grooming in the alternative scene, and works with other users such as Mazzy, Asher, Kate, Audrey, Desi, Spencer, Morgan, Axel, Mile, and Internal Candy. What if I told you that they didn't actually expose child grooming and were actually making it up about people in the alternative scene that they did not like to ruin their lives? And this is the proof. This is Sammy Monae, a 24-year-old artist who managed the TX2 fan Discord server on top of managing an Instagram account dedicated to posting TX2 content. In March of 2025, controversy struck when members of the alternative community began accusing Sammy Monae of doxing children and sexually talking to minors. The people that exposed Sammy Monae were none other than Liv, Izzy, and their circle of supporters. For Sami, this looked bad, and Sami felt pressured to stay silent while members of the alternative scene accused him of child grooming and doxing. Now, 9 months later, Sammy Monae has returned to reveal the truth about the allegations that were made by Liv's circle. In early 2025, a member of Liv's circle asked Discord user TX2 Army if they ever messaged Sammy Monae. TX2 Army responds to Liv's circle and provides them screenshots of them messaging Sammy Monae. Unfortunately, TX2 Army would be used as a catalyst to blackmail Sammy Monae. As TX2 Army admits, once they gave members of Liv's circle screenshots of them messaging Sami, Liv's circle would then take these screenshots and try to claim that Sammy Monae was grooming children in the alternative scene. By taking these messages out of context, This would make it seem as if Sammy Monae was actually grooming children, to which TX2 Army admits that Sammy was not grooming them. However, Liv and her circle of supporters begged to differ. Liv and Izzy would take these messages and drive a false narrative of Sammy grooming TX2 Army, until which TX2 Army claims that Sammy did not groom them. During this time, Izzy and Liv would harass Sammy with multiple accounts, commenting on their videos to demoralize Sammy. In this DM exchange, Liv and her circle justify harassing Sammy by saying that they have to because Sammy will not answer them, and that the harassment is justified because Sammy will not block them. Lastly, Sammy found themselves in hot water as TX2 fans were claiming that Sammy had doxed another TX2 fan. With these allegations already being put against Sammy, this allegation was sure to put too much weight on them to handle. In this screenshot, Izzy, a member of Liv's circle, admits that they made up the grooming allegations against Sammy because they believed Sammy was grooming an underage child, and then says that they did not know that Sammy was actually talking to an adult around Sammy's age. And in this second screenshot, it's revealed that Sammy did not dox the individual that TX2 fans were claiming they did. Instead, Sammy found the individual who did and confronted them. Sammy was just one of the victims of false allegations that were spread against them by Liv and Izzy in the alternative TikTok scene. Now let's flash forward to August of 2025, several months after the false allegations that were spread about Sammy. Coincidentally, another popular creator in the TX2 fandom would be accused of similar crimes such as Sammy, but this creator would be accused of sexually assaulting a minor as well.
I'm a dominator, like my name is Obama. That's sexual assault. That right there is online sexual assault.
This is TenTill Death, one of the most controversial content creators known in the alternative community. In August, Liv, Izzy, and over 50 members of the alternative community got together to spread misinformation about TenTill Death sexually assaulting a minor and grooming children online. In this screenshot from Instagram, members of Liv's circle insinuates that Sammy and TenTill Death are connected by suggesting that TenTill Death is connected to Sammy's TX2 fan page, known as the TheXMovement. Meanwhile, on TikTok, Izzy, a member of Liv's circle, takes credit for having successfully bringing down Sammy and uses this as a threat against TenTill Death to silence him. Unfortunately for Liv and Izzy, TenTill Death had never had contact with Sammy before December of 2025. This would be the first interaction that Sammy and TenTill Death has ever had. However, TenTill Death would not let these allegations get to him and released a documentary known as Smear Campaign, in which TenTill Death responded to the allegations made against him, bringing full context to the grooming allegations made against him, including addressing the sexual assault allegation. TenTill Death would disprove the sexual assault allegation by showing a copy of his work time card, showing that he would have been at work during the time that the sexual assault incident would have happened. Following this documentary, Liv and her friends would comment on TenTill Death's Instagram, but would not publicly address the TX2 fandom, apologizing to TenTill Death. In this comment made by Liv and her circle, Liv admits that they made up the child grooming and sexual assault allegations against TenTill Death to ruin his career. Having already made a joke of rape victims by making these allegations, Liv and her circle then go on to blame autism for causing them to make up these allegations, including by saying that they did not know what the word pedophile means. However, Looking back at how Liv's circle accused Sami of being a pedophile, it is clear that there were intentions there to make a joke out of child grooming victims by falsely accusing someone prior to TenTill Death of being a pedophile. Here, in the screenshot that was anonymously sent to us, Izzy, a member of Liv's circle, claims that they don't know who made the sexual assault allegations towards TenTill Death. However, Spicy Sugar, a member of Liv's circle, is the one who started the sexual assault allegations towards TenTill Death. Remember, these three individuals are all a part of the same circle, as noted by the comment in which they admit the truth on Ten's Instagram post. Furthermore, in this screenshot, Izzy admits that she made up a lie that TenTill Death threatened to rape Liv. The most shocking event out of this is when Liv's circle of influence made a page on TikTok titled TenTill Death Doxxing, in which they made a post attempting to dox TenTill Death. In this DM from the account, they informed TenTill Death that they have all of his information and a way to threaten and silence him. TenTill Death and Sami are just two of the victims of false child grooming claims made by Liv and her circle of influence to ruin their livelihoods. Liv's damage to creators in the alternative scene extends much further than just these two individuals. To move forward with Liv's damage to alternative creators, we must go back. In the middle of the allegations involving TenTill Death, Tatiana was a fan of TenTill Death's and informed members of the alternative scene that they did not want to have anything to do with the drama that involved TenTill Death back in August of 2025. Unfortunately, during this time, Liv's circle of influence would harass anyone that followed or supported TenTill Death's content, including Tatiana, who wanted nothing to do with the drama surrounding TenTill Death. Suddenly, Liv's circle of influence began to target Tatiana and accuse her of being a pedophile, including making posts affirming that Tatiana dated a 15-year-old. Izzy, a member of Liv's circle, began to harass Tatiana over their DMs and started to body shame them. In this screenshot from Discord, Tatiana's boyfriend reveals to Tatiana that Izzy, the member of Liv's circle, attempted to convince them that Tatiana was only using her boyfriend to get closer to Evan Thomas of TX2. Tatiana's boyfriend, also known as AZ Cuts, has no relation to TX2 the band, so how would any of this make sense? Although innocent people like Tatiana have been the target of child grooming allegations by Liv's circle of influence, one victim of theirs would be threatened just for following TenTill Death on TikTok. During the middle of the TenTill Death allegations, the Glazed One commented on TenTill Death's content, expressing support for TenTill Death. During this time, Liv and Izzy were hunting down supporters of TenTill Death to harass, and unfortunately, the Glazed One would find themselves as the prey. The Glazed One receives an annoyed response from Liv for commenting on TenTill Death's content. This exchange would evolve into a DM conversation between Liv and the Glazed One, in which Liv started harassing the Glazed One for supporting TenTill Death's content. The Glazed One proceeded to block Liv, but the harassment against the Glazed One did not end there. Suddenly, the Glazed One would receive a message from an alt account connected to Liv's circle known as Baddie, and this DM from this alt account. The alt account threatened to have their brother sexually assault the Glazed One for being a supporter of TenTill Death. This same account would then go on to steal the Glazed One's content and claim that the Glazed One was actually the one stealing their content instead. The Glazed One was simply an innocent victim in the midst of a drama that had nothing to do with them by Liv and her circle of influence. This final story is one of the most shocking incidents to have occurred between Liv and the TX2 fandom. Bunny Murderer 10 and Crimson Veil are two teenage boys who are making an attempt to break into the world of music. In the midst of the drama involving TenTill Death, an account on TikTok pops up as a hate account towards the artist Bunny Murderer 10. However, this is an account that's connected to Liv and her circle of influence. This account began to make posts claiming that Bunny Murderer 10 and Crimson Veil are pedophiles and racist. In this video, Crimson Veil of the duo expresses that they're a teenager, so how could they be a pedophile?
There's a guy named Bunny Murderer Extreme Haters, alright? So this guy's calling me, and there's multiple other people too, this guy is calling me first off a pedophile. I'm 14, I'm not anything resembled a pedophile, so I don't know where you got that from. He's also calling me sexist. First off, I'm not sexist. I have a basis that's a girl, so I'm not. Second off, racist? Really?
How can a group of girls that claim that they've been exposing child groomers in the alternative scene accuse a teenager of being a child groomer? Like Bunny Murderer 10 and Crimson Veil, there are still many other alternative people who have been hurt by Liv and her circle of influence. In this comment left on TenTill Death's video, a user in the same Discord server as Liv comes clean and admits that Liv has been doing these type of antics. However, Liv in the comments section on a different account refuses to admit their involvement in any of these incidents.